This is the Forex Drive. The Forex Drive. The Forex Drive.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Keletso in the building. Hey. How are you doing?
I'm well, thanks, and yourself?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us today.
You welcome.
Yeah, how was your trading day?
I think it was a bit funny towards the start of the day. And then towards like 15:30, 4 o'clock, things started to fall into place. But I had a good one. My students had a very good day, so I'm excited. Personally, I didn't take any trades today, so I'm just excited for them.
Yeah, that's incredible. We're gonna get right into the real stuff, and I think just right before we do, let's welcome everybody else that's joining in. Hashtag the Forex Drive. What's next is all that matters. Spendlovu is in the building. Khotato is in the building. Let's quickly see who's in the building. Katleho is in the building. Malums_11 is in the building. Thank you so much to everybody that's showing love to the biggest Forex movement in South Africa. Now, Kelsey, I think one of the most common questions that you always get asked, more especially when you started trading, was why Forex? I mean trading the financial markets, you know what? Especially anything that has like things to do with computers, algorithms, softwares. You know, that's an industry that is male dominated, and to have somebody like you in the industry, question would be why did you choose the financial markets as a career?
I think people have heard this so many times, and I use this word a lot. But to be honest, Forex was literally the only thing that could accommodate my circumstance at that given time, you know. So I could not, well, I did study, I graduated, but I needed Forex, and I didn't care about who's in the game. Is it female? Is it male? I never really paid attention to those things, because honestly, if those guys can do it, I can do it too. But
sure,
the reason why I chose Forex is the only thing that could best accommodate my circumstance at that given time.
And being a financial markets trader, a retail Forex trader, and more especially as a mentor with so many people looking up to you, I think you've come across so many challenges, and one in amongst all of them being emotional trading. I've always tried to emphasize the issue of emotional trading, because a lot of retail traders are struggling with it. For example, you find a trader losing a trade, and then they're gonna execute another position just because they want to recover the lost trade, not because they see any entry on the charts. Let's talk about that. How do you deal with emotions on the charts? How do you deal with avoiding emotional trading?
Okay, before I touch on that, you're making me so shy. Like, I'm not used to people having formal interviews with me. I'm just like, woo!
Oh, come on. Oh, please.
Yeah, but let me tell you, let's put aside emotional trading, right? I think there's something bigger than emotional trading that really Forex people experience. And I think that's trying to understand where exactly in the Forex game you fall under, right? Because the one thing I've noticed is that there's a really big cake, and trust you me, it's available for everyone. But there's so many different sectors, you know, and it's so important for each individual to actually try and understand which sector you fall in. And when I speak of sectors, I'm speaking about stuff like, it's Forex, right? But there's people who make money off of selling signals. It's Forex, but there's people who make money off of classes, you know. It's Forex, but there's people who make money off of buying signals to sell to people, you know. There's Forex, but there's people who, I remember back in the day, there were people who would sell setups for like 200 rand, you know. So I think that's the most stressful for me personally. That played with my emotions a lot, because remember, when you step into the game, people are trying to understand who you are, you know, and that's why a lot of the times we label each other as scams, but it's not even an issue of being a scam. It's an issue of just trying to understand which part of this business that individual is trying to make money off of, So for me, that was an emotional wrecker, because I had to understand, am I here to make money off of the charts? Am I going to make my money off of selling signals? Am I going to provide lessons? What am I going to do, But
sure.
I think that's the biggest emotional train, smash, whatever, that a lot of people go through. But also, to answer your question, sorry, I just have to welcome someone, Manando. Welcome,
sure.
Manando.
Yeah, he was here yesterday.
I saw. So then, to answer your question, being the second part of this emotional thing that we go through, being an emotional trader, at a time, I don't care how much we can try to fight it. At a time, it just depends on you personally. It depends on how much you understand from not being a revengeful trader, because sometimes it does work. There's sometimes where I literally do have so many losses, and I will trade up until I make back all that money I lost. But now the very important part is making sure that every emotional decision you make, you will be able to stand for. So
sure.
With me, I think also what other people usually say is, dude, you're a girl, how do you deal with the emotions? Nigga, it's not easy to start with, because I'm a girl, But
sure.
You grow out of this. You get to a point where your heart can take it all, So it's important, man, to make sure that you don't become such an emotional trader. But should you be, you must be able to maintain it. Whatever's going to come your way because of you being an emotional trader.
That's incredible. We'll speak about trading dimensions in just a couple of moments, but of course, let's speak about this. Do you really need proper education for you to be a full retail forex trader? I think that's a question that Bully_ZI is also asking. Do you really have to get a formal education to be a retail forex trader?
So what do you mean formal education?
Basically, do I have to go to a public institution and study to have a physical certificate for me to regard myself as a retail trader? Or is there any other form of education that I can feed myself to become a retail forex trader? I think that's the information somebody who's watching might need.
So what you're saying is it I'm just trying to understand this education thing, because I'm trying to understand whether you're talking about you going to an institution to learn about forex.
Sure. Do I really have to go there? I mean, there's a lot of successful traders who are self-taught, but there's somebody else who tries so much to teach themselves with the material that they have, but they not succeed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand. Oh, okay. So let me answer. I first want to highlight this, right?
Sure.
There is actually institutions that are developed by mentors, where people will literally register a company, becomes a business, you become an institution, right?
Sure.
I don't want to say public institution as such, but
sure.
Yes, people who actually are, e.g. FX Goats Club FX, talking about me, I am an FX institution. So
sure.
It does help, I won't even lie, because remember, especially when you're new in this industry, there's so much you can know. There's so much free information you can access onto the internet, But the real thing, you can honestly get from people who've been in the game, people who have experience, But now I know of some people who are self-taught. I know of a couple of people, and it is possible. The fact that people are actually doing it means that it is possible. But I think personally, with me, the best way to do it is you want to go to a forex institution. Institution, right? Forex institution, a registered forex institution, to get a bit of knowledge, and they can do so much for you. Whatever it is that they obviously can't do for you, will have to you'll have to deal with it. This is the part where you say, the rest I taught myself. The rest I cracked. But that foundation must come from you actually interacting with, you know, people who've been in the game for slightly longer than you have, just to save yourself time, because there's so much information in this Forex thing. You know, most of it you don't even need. People are concerned about making money. So if you actually do go to a Forex institution, you cancel all those unnecessary information and you actually get to the bottom of, I want to make money. Do you know what I mean?
Sure. That's incredible. Hashtag the Forex Drive. What's next is all that matters. Keletso, also known as Kelsc, is in the building. She's the CEO of Club Forex. You can check them out on Instagram at effect ____. Otherwise, check her out on her Instagram handle at kelsc ___. Yeah. We'll speak about some interesting stuff in the next couple of moments. Of course, we do know that something very big is happening in the next couple of days on the 23rd and 24th. But we'll get to that in just a second. Now, let's quickly talk about trading dimensions. How important do you think it is for a trader to know all the trading dimensions? I mean, there's somebody who's very perfect at technical and the technical trading dimension, but you find that at the end of the day, all their hard work, all the technical analysis, all the hard work they've put on the chart is messed up by just one fundamental event. How important do you think as a retail trader it is to understand all trading dimensions?
You know what, yeah? We trade different things, and because of that, we obviously experienced a lot of different things within the market, you know. But now remember, the market is so broad, you know, and it's based off of one thing. And I like to say this to a lot of people: you have to be really informed. You know, you don't necessarily have to become a good technical trader for you to become a good fundamental trader, but that knowledge of understanding how technicals work, you know, what to look out for, does actually help. Because remember, in the Forex industry, everything correlates. Do you know what I mean? So you don't necessarily, you actually, this is why Forex institutions are very important. They're designed for you to actually understand where exactly you're trying to step into. You know, you learn, you know, you absorb all that information, and then you decide what you want to do. Just like you go to high school, and then grade first year tertiary is used to basically try all the subjects before you can decide what you want to branch into. So it's very important, yes, but yeah, it's you gotta understand all these things. But remember, at the end of the day, you're only gonna specialize with one or two, but that background information is very important, because the market, everything is influenced by the other thing. Fundamentals are obviously a driving force. They help the market they help the technical market to get where it needs to be in a short space of time. Do you understand what I mean? If you don't know what fundamentals are, you won't really know how to go about that way of being a perfect technical trader, what to look at. So just educate yourself, learn, okay? Be informed so that you're able to tackle whatever it is that comes your way on this platform as you trade.
Sure. Yeah, that's incredible. We obviously have I think there's one thing that's incredible that you mentioned, that it's very important for a trader to understand their trading style. I can be a technical analyst and very good at it, but if my trading style really falls on the fundamental side of things, and it's the one that's making me profits, it's the one that I'm comfortable with, then why not? Of course, as we speak about that, here's something very interesting that I've seen, more especially with my students. What is the importance of time frames? Do you think it's important to, or do you think it's valuable? Do you think it's profitable to have your technical stuff, your technical material put on small time frames? For example, can I trade a wedge? Let's talk about wedges or falling channels on a small time frame. Is it actually working? Somebody is struggling with this, and they don't know the importance of time frames. They just analyze on small time frames, execute on small time frames. What is the best time frame to use for my technical material?
Okay, firstly, before I answer that, I think it's very important to understand that Forex is broad, and it's designed to best accommodate everyone. That is why we have the existence of a monthly, daily, weekly, etc., etc. It's possible to make money off of every single time frame you find on that day. Because remember, someone will come in and be like, listen, I am not want to be in the market for an hour. So what do? They wait for for fundamentals to take place. They go on M1 and they execute. That's how they make money. So it's definitely possible to make money off of every single time frame. You just need to understand what you're trying to do. If you want to be in the market the whole day, why the hell are you going to H1? You might as well find proper setups on daily, But remember, every small thing, right, is influenced by what happens on the bigger picture. But just that, I'm just trying to break up your question into different sections. Yes, you can make money off of every single time frame, but also it's very important to understand what type of trader you are, so you can be able to choose the best time frame to trade off of. If I'm a swinger, what am I doing on 1 minute? I'm gonna be so confused from all those quick movements, that noise that happens on 1 minute or 5 minutes or 15 minutes. I'd rather be comfortable sticking to daily charts or H4. If you want to, even an H1 is proper. So yeah, did I answer your question?
100%. I think somebody who's very interested in all that information is finding it valuable. Ladies and gentlemen, to everybody that's jumping in, hashtag the Forex Drive. What's next is all that matters. We're still having an incredible chat with Keletso, also known as Kelsc. Somebody's asking here, Letlotlo underscore Mokwena, do you think you can make a very good amount of money from just trading currency pairs? Because I see a lot of people, myself included, I think there's a lot of volatility in commodities and indices and all those volatile pairs, but can I make a decent living if I trade currency pairs only?
I'm so glad you asked me that question. I've been trying to explain myself with this. You know what?
Yeah.
And this is based on my own personal experience, okay?
Sure.
1.1. Okay. What are you trying to do on Forex? Are you trying to be in the game? Are you trying to make it your everyday lifestyle? Are you trying to make everlasting money out of this? What are you trying to do? Look at how everything moves. There's a huge difference, obviously, between currencies and, let's say, indices, for example.
Sure.
How comfortable are you trying to be on the market? Because remember, I've touched on both of them. I'm good with I can Nasdaq, but now I've picked up a kind of behavior I'm just not comfortable with when it comes to Nasdaq. With Nasdaq, you can literally blow in a blink of an eye. Do you know what I mean? You can have your 2K account, you can blow in a blink of an eye. But now remember, it's so volatile to a point where I could be seeing a buy. If it blows my 2K, I'm literally going to fund again a few seconds later to catch that buy. One pullback, I'm out again. I will fund again to catch that buy, And yes, people speak of perfect setups, but babes, you can have the most perfect setup. The market does not belong to any of us. If it says I'm going to pull back when you don't expect it, it's going to pull back, And then there's a very comfortable behavior that I picked up with currency pairs. Currency pairs, yes, they don't fall into place as quick as Nasdaq would usually fall into place. Do you understand? But now, trust you me, currency pairs will go exactly where you want them to. Even if it means you hold that, you can literally hold a loss for like a week and still be comfortable. Do you know what I mean? But now, you have to be very smart with trading currency pairs, considering the fact that we know how much money you can make off of more volatile things. When it comes to currency pairs, you have to be very strategic. You know that your lot size plays a very important role. You don't want to have a 10,000 Rand account and be on 0.01. Do you know what I mean? You can literally have a 10,000 Rand account and probably open 2 0.50s. You swing them for a day. Then you need to know how to stack your account. for you to be able to look at this account in the next 5 days and be like, actually, I made that Nasdaq money, you know. I mean, I used to make crazy money on Nasdaq, but now the fear of trading Nasdaq was not, you know, I wasn't comfortable in that state. I'm not comfortable with not being able to leave the house. Do you know what I mean? I'm not comfortable with not being able to blink, because this thing is literally pulling back, and Trump just said something and you know what I mean. But with currency pairs, listen, you will place your trades, you will go to the mall, you'll go see your mom, you'll go to school, you'll come back, and you'll still be comfortable. So currencies have a lot of money because they go exactly where you want them to go. But it's how you execute it, how you plan to make your money, that plays a very important role. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, such valuable information. And you mentioned something that's amongst what I wanted to ask. Listen, we can talk about risk management and the plan that comes with it for as long as we want and for as much as we want. We can talk about the reward that a trader can expect on positions based on their risk. But one thing that a lot of traders are struggling with, we really don't know what's the best time to get out of the market. What do I do? What do I do? What's the best time to get out of the market? Because you end up trading based on revenge. You end up trading based on targets. I feel like I haven't reached my target. It's already 5 o'clock. People who are working 9 to 5 are knocking off, but I feel like I haven't reached my target, and I'm still gonna overtrade. According to your own personal trading experience, what's the best time to exit the charts, just to save your account?
Thank you for that question, because I actually learned something a day ago. You know, we learned on a daily basis on this. Firstly, I stopped this whole I have a target story. You know, because remember, this low-key puts a bit of pressure on you. You know, sometimes the market is not moving as fast as you want it to, or it's not moving as usual as what should I say? It's not moving the way you used to it moving, you know, and you end up over trading, and you're trying to make sure that you make what you usually make on a fast day, you know. So I think what I've learned is to respect my setup. Never mind what is it called? Never mind I'm just getting distracted by all these messages, sorry. Never mind saying I have a target. You know, I respect my setup so bad. You know, I will execute a trade, and I will literally not leave that trade up until it hits that point where I said, here I expect to return, you know, which obviously does take a lot of patience now. But now it avoids this thing of saying I have a target, I have a what. No, I've gotten to a point where I fully understand that the market is not going to go anywhere. I will not wake up on a Friday and wake up to something that is non-existent, or something that is now illegal or whatever, you know. So I literally take it slow. I push it as a business. I understand it's free money, no labor effort or whatsoever. So all I do is make sure that I kill my analysis, I respect my setup, I execute. When TP hits, I'm out.
Sure.
Tomorrow's another day.
True. Oh, yeah, that's incredible. There's a lot of retail traders who are struggling with it. I feel like I can trade for 24 hours as long as the charts are moving, as long as I see another candlestick closing and another one opening. I have the freedom to execute a trade, and I think that's the downfall of so many traders. And we just want to say thank you for that one. Just before we let you go, something big is happening on the 23rd and the 24th of October. Let's talk about that.
Firstly, it's not just the 23rd and 24th. It's the 15th, 23rd, and 24th. So I've jumped into, I've sat down for some time, and I don't want to go through all of this again, obviously, because it's going to be a bit boring now. But just to cut it short, I decided to do something that everyone's been thinking of for a very long time, but it hasn't actually, I don't want to say gotten the balls to execute it, but no one wants to do it. I was like, you know what, people are crying. You know, we are in a situation where our country as a whole is experiencing a crazy pandemic. Things have changed, so when I think I've gotten to a level where I'm trying to think like a business, because that's the biggest mistake we do as forex traders, especially in our country, South Africa. I reached a level where I wanted to operate like a business, so I literally had to analyze my whole surrounding. I had to go through my DMs, and I came to realize that actually a lot of people are crying about money, and then I started analyzing how a lot of other businesses, obviously not something of our field, were adjusting to this whole pandemic. And based on what I was doing, I just decided, let me just go free everything. A lot of people are crying for knowledge. I'm a black child, I know the struggle, nothing is as hurtful as hopping from one mentor to another. I'd rather, I was like, I want to create a platform where they can literally come in, learn all they want to learn for free, and still save their money. If they feel like they're not happy, they can actually spend the money they saved on me to go expand their knowledge with another mentor, So now I obviously had to just come up with a plan of how I'm going to do this whole thing. So I decided free lessons, everyday lessons, lifetime mentorship, everyday office walk-ins, where I actually now work with a team, by the way. It's not just me, because now we have crazy numbers and lifetime signals, just being able to help people with all these different services that we as mentors obviously give to the people. So on the 23rd, so that's what I'm all about now. So now on the 15th of October, we have our first class for the beginners, right? So everything has a launch. Just like when you go to school, the first day is an open day or whatever, and you really can't miss it, So on the 15th, I have my first official, it's the launch for all my beginners, people who are like, listen girl, I heard you're going for free, I want to learn this thing, So these people are all coming on the 15th, what is a candlestick, this is how you open trade, apparently, that whole scenario. So that's happening on the 15th of October in Sandton. But but location can obviously be shared to those who are going to be a part of, right? But now I don't want to, when you give things out for free, people tend to take advantage. Do you know what I mean? So I had to obviously find a way to also get a bit of loyalty from my clients, a bit of loyalty from my customers. But above all, I wanted to make sure that I know for a fact that I have a team of people I'm operating with, being my clients. I'm over this thing of people seeing us as, oh my God, I look up to Kelsc, amazing. How about you say I actually sit down and trade with Kelsc? Oh yeah, I was in the office on Monday with Kelsc. Do you know what I mean? So so now actually everything's for free. So what did I sorry, I just so I was talking about how I also need to make sure that everyone's got my back as much as I've got their back. And the only way I could implement is obviously ensuring that people do actually become a part of this by ensuring that they have a funded account, right? Also, I'm backed up by a beautiful broker who's just like, listen, we understand this initiative you're trying to push. We want to support you, and all that we can do. So the only way people can actually become a part of this is if they obviously do click on my link and make sure that they register and fund their account is literally just $100 minimum. Remember, this is your account that you're trading. If you're not happy, babes, you withdraw your money and you leave. Do you know what I mean? So on the 23rd and 24th then is our first official master's class launch, So we will obviously also be having the guys from the 16th because now they'll be a bit matured and have a bit of understanding and be comfortable to now hop onto the 23rd and 24th. And then every day after that, now we obviously have Tuesdays and Thursdays scheduled for everyday walk-ins in the office, where students can come, we can trade, we can chill, we can educate, we can mentor, And then we have the Wednesdays that are dedicated to international students or all the other people that can obviously attend only by online sessions. So that is what's happening, and I'm so excited. Yeah, that's a basic summary.
Wow, incredible. Listen, all the best with the movement, all the best with everything that you and the team are doing. And just before we let you go, somebody's asking over there on the comment section that are you going to go live on the 15th?
For who? Who am I doing that for? For who? I don't understand.
But maybe they want to see the experience. Maybe it's somebody who's not going to be able to come, so they just want to know if you're going to go live. Hey, that's for who?
So remember, everyone who can't come has actually booked an online session. Do you know what I mean? The only people that can't come are people that are saying, I cannot fund to be a part of this. Do you know what I mean? So to everyone that can't come, unfortunately, you will have to wait up until you can come. Because already this is free. You understand? Sorry, already this is free. We can't be dealing with, I can't come, you know. If you want to be a part of it, trust me, you're more than welcome to. If you cannot, you don't have to. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
Listen, thank you so much for jumping in. We really love you. Everybody loves you. We appreciate all the great work that you're doing. And I must say, don't stop, man. Don't stop. Because if you stop, a lot of people that are looking up to you will also stop. And a lot of people that have come into the industry because of you will feel the need to also stop and continue with the great work.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. It was really lovely. You made me a bit nervous, but thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, have a beautiful evening. More profits for tomorrow, right?
Thank you.
Wow, she's very incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Keletso, Kelsc. Catch her on Club FX. Otherwise, you can follow her on her personal account at kelsc ____. That's where the magic is happening. Thank you to everybody that's jumping in and everybody else that's showing love. I appreciate you. Hashtag the Forex Drive. What's next is all that matters. We're back again tomorrow, 8 o'clock on Instagram Live with yet another incredible, beautiful, very talented trader. That's all coming up tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Now, I wanted to read a few comments, but I think some of them really wanted her, but she's now out of the building. Let's chat again tomorrow. Hashtag the Forex Drive. What's next is all that matters. My name is Lebza. Love you very much. Sleep well. If you are a working class, have a beautiful one. Be good to everybody. I'm leaving you with the thought for today. Everything that you desire is in your mind. But of course, the same thing that you desire is always just on the other side of fear. Fear not. Love you. Sleep well.
This is the Forex Drive. The Forex Drive. The Forex Drive.